Good day, folks. This is your friend Amici Eke, optimist, broadcasting from Ebony State, Nigeria. Today is the 28th day of March 2019. So gradually, March is already marching on. Just a few days from now, it will be all over for the month of March. But thank God that we are still alive to see it through despite various challenges here and there. So this afternoon, this very broadcast, we'll be looking at it from another point of view. We'll be looking at it historically, trying to see how so many things came together to become something that have been what all of us are proud of today. So sometimes we look at this very question. Whenever we see anything new, we start asking, who did this first? Who happens to be the inventor? How did it come about? And so it's exactly with what we are seeing in the community today, the community of the billion coin TBC. So it's a great privilege always for us to talk about this great innovation because we see reasons, more than enough reason, not to relent, especially when we have as something as huge and educative as TBC, something that has given voices to many people, something that are giving them opportunity to air out, to see their mind and really prove to the world that they know what they are talking about. So once again, you're welcome to my broadcast this afternoon. When we look at things and how they started, all of us will no doubt have one of two reasons they always say that yes, these things have become like this for my life, and because of this, I can no longer do this the other way around because the way I'm doing it now is far much better than the way it used to be. But when we look at it ordinarily, we find out that so many things must have come together to really put things the way they are. And so, exactly March 21st, 2016, we just celebrated our third year anniversary some few days ago. That day marked the very day that something as huge, as great as TBC came into being. And ever since then, there has been great testimonies all through. There has been one good turn after another. It has been attracting great personalities around the world. It has been helping people to see the rights they have as humans. It has been helping people to grasp and fully stand erect and say, thank God for the idea that came up from Adam's head to make TBC a reality. So ever since then, it's been one good story after the other. When we look around TBC today, we see the rate of personalities that TBC has attracted to itself. And that is the reason why it is so is not far-fetched. Because we still have those who can look at things and see what it really stands for. So TBC is such a great opportunity. And the way we are pushing it today from different angles, trying to help people to embrace it, we are using different approaches. Yes. The reason why it is so is because TBC is great. We can easily find one or two things to compare it with. But one thing we know is that TBC doesn't have a reference point. Okay? It's just something that is born out of the need to get something going rightly the way it should be. So when I take my time to listen to great guys talking about TBC, you find out that they are not pushovers. There are people who know inside out what they are talking about. And in addition to what they already are, like people like Stephen Coffey, people like Randy Wilson, people like Mbe Derrick, people like Landlord, and so many other great guys talking about TBC, men and women, especially you can always see them in different same buttons around the world. See them in their passion, discussing the reality on the ground, especially how we can benefit ourselves by keying into TBC opportunity. But then, this question is always important. We are using different gadgets today. We are using telephones, we are using vehicles, we are using computers, we are using so many other things that have come to make life more easy and more meaningful. But sometimes we need to talk to ourselves and really ask it in form of question. Who did this first? How did it come about? For instance, we are going to make use of uh, the cell phone. Okay, the cell phone. Who invented the cell phone? Was it just one person that made everything possible so that cell phone become what it is today, and we can proudly use it? Even what I'm doing now, I'm using my smartphone. How did it come about? And how can we compare that with what TBC is today? So let's quickly digress a little by making that findings. Okay? We want to understand that cell phone as we have it today actually has different parts and particles, so to say. Cell phone has its history right from way back when, it's been a long time. We talk about the cell phone battery. A reliable battery came on board exactly in the year 1800. Reliable cell phone battery. Hmm? In 1876, we have the telephone. 1971 gave us the microprocessor. Then in 1973, Dr. Martin Cooper develops the mobile telephone as we have it today, making things somehow very easy. But are we still using that exact type of microphone that Dr. Martin Cooper developed back then in 1973? So many changes. But let's take it up again. In 1973, Dr. Martin Cooper was the first to demonstrate a handheld cellular telephone. It had a battery, a radio, and a microprocessor. That is a mini computer, so to say. Okay? So when that was happening, back then, New Yorkers, they in fact they gaped in amazement when they saw Cooper making a phone call on the street using just, what is this? We've not seen anything like this. But that is it. That was it. But the invention was only possible because back in 1800, Alessandro Volta had invented a reliable battery. Are we following? Alexander Volta had invented a reliable battery that made it possible for Cooper to have a cell phone he can reliably carry to make that phone call there in the street of New York back then. But as the years go by, in addition, the telephone had been developed by 1876, the radio by 1895, and the computer by 1946. And finally, the invention of the microprocessor in 1971 made cell phone possible. So you see, one thing adds to the other, and the other goes in to support the other, and eventually we have what we can be proudly call a mobile phone today. And how does this concern TBC? TBC admin started this very good idea, and I want us to really think and find out that if it were to be that 1973 model of mobile phone that Dr. Martin Cooper used, if it were the same one that we are using today, I don't even think it's not going to be possible, because what I'm even doing with a smartphone today will not be possible. Okay? So what are we saying? Most of the times while listening to broadcasters, TBC broadcasters doing their thing, I always like to pick points. And sometimes, particular one of them, and that is Randy Wilson, it sounds prophetic. It sometimes sound prophetic in nature, because I could remember during the days or the time or the period of time whereby he's been all along, we're going to have a bank is this. In fact, when this bank finally come, we'll be carrying bags of money and things like that. Okay, people were expecting higher expectation that yes, banks are going to come and we will be cashing out, we'll be doing this. But why that hysteria, that commotion was busy going on? At the point we were alerted that that idea may not work again after all. Okay? And I could remember one of Randy Wilson broadcasts was talking about the need for bank, and all of a sudden we see reason why having a bank is no longer necessary, because blockchain have really come to change so many things for the better. And besides, having a bank will push us into what we are running away from. That is the fluctuating nature of market-based cryptocurrencies and things like that. And TBC doesn't come down the value; it's always going up. So why are we still going back to that which we are still running away from? So Randy Wilson said something like, "We don't need a bank. We may not really need a bank after all." That's how people were kind of, what is this guy saying? He didn't push further on that, but gradually became so open, very clear that the bank is not really needed. Okay? From one step to the other. And we'll be going, we'll be moving smoothly. Although some people got annoyed and say, oh, without this, they cannot continue with something like this. How can they? But if they have choose to stay, I know many are coming back now, because they are seeing the reality on the back, on the ground, that things are really positioning themselves electronically. Okay, many got annoyed and left. But when you see things happening, TBC has never been tried before, and if we don't have open-minded, yes, we need to go with open mindset, so that as it goes, we'll be trying to learn. We are learning so many things now. Okay, definitely we are learning so many things. So Randy Wilson is again, he sometimes says that with what that admin has been able to put on the ground now, that admin can just decide to just leave up the scene. And admin himself has said that he is building something that will outlast him. And that is a huge project. When you look at some certain statements like that, even reading from the blog or watching some videos talking about TBC, we need to really think and be, you know, try to see exactly what thing or the position that we are headed or headed. It's been an interesting story all through TBC, except for those who are just kind of, they want it now or never. But anything lasting doesn't work that way. So we are seeing TBC as something great, and as such, for most of the people who are misbehaving or who are calling TBC different names and things like that, they better come back to their senses, because TBC has stood. TBC is already moving. Okay? So Randy Wilson used to talk something and sound prophetic in nature at times, but if you can listen attentively to what most of the things he says, you see that that is exactly what we are seeing in the world, and that is the area that TBC is looking into. TBC is a big project. TBC is not looking at any person or group of persons that you choose to do it contrary to where it is directed. No. So even when we notice the very fact that admin will one day say enough of being present, having something saying about TBC or constantly being reminded of no, it's not going to continue that way. It will happen. Yes. We were all given birth to. During the first few years of our life, we grew up in the comforts of our various families. Our mothers were busy. Nothing will touch my baby. Don't do this. My baby, baby. Hey, don't. He's crying out. I don't want my daughter, my girl, my boy, all those things. Now, you are in your 10 years of age. The rate is gradually moving away slowly. You become an adult. 20, 30, are you still being babied? Something has to change. Okay? So we need to grow. We can't remain babies all through. So what am I saying? TBC is maturing. And those who are able to see this are only those who are able or who have been following things through and seeing where we are headed. I used to look at, okay, let's look at the very example. The choir masters, when they are facing the choir, so to say, they are busy gesticulating, using sign ahead, do it like this, the the sound of the song or whatsoever music they are singing will be going, will be directing. But do you usually notice that when the choir master bags them, okay, when he bags the choirs and starts throwing his hand on the air, making every gesture, they are already picking it. He's no longer facing the ball, he now bags them. And it is only when he bags them that the tempo comes up alive. Okay? When he bags them that they're always keen. Whoa, what is he going to do next? But at the initial stage, when the music is just starting, it's always face to face and doing like this, giving them tempos, the lyrics how it's going to be. But as soon as he bags them, that means he has been able to establish the tempo. It's already moving, so he can freely gesticulate and do whatever, whichever way he wants to do himself, and the music is going up to the desired mode. That is exactly what we are talking about in TBC. Things are changing. Okay, look at what is happening around the world. The Cameroonians are doing something great. The Bangladesh are doing something great, even in Nigeria and so many parts of the world. And some people are still doubtful of TBC. How long will you remain doubtful? Is it not better now that you key into this great opportunity and help people to see that this is where the main thing lies in? TBC has come to give back to people what they've been denied of for years. And so, friends, we've seen it and know that this is more than real. Why not embrace TBC? Why not help your friends and family members? Talk to them, help them to understand the beauty, the easiness, the interesting features of the billion coin. As we do this, we'll be seeing so many other interesting things in the community getting opened gradually until TBC is fully established. But for now, it is working period. Let's not play away with it. Let's not play away with the opportunity to stand on our feet and give TBC what it needs, and that is the full support. Our voice. Let's lend our voices to TBC and let it grow. This is me, Amechi. Please do subscribe to my channel and help as we all do our best to promote this very great opportunity. Till next time we see, peace.